What's going on, twins? Y'all already know what it is. Salute to all my real ones, all my real generals, all my real kings, my real giants, my silent giants. Y'all already know what it is. I'm gonna pick up from where I left off in the last story. Before I do that, I gotta shout out King Vec, King Heck, Shorty Bradley, King Trouble from Gunset Park. Shout out to everybody out in my 5 boroughs, Gunset Park in Brooklyn, BX, Shaolin. Y'all already know what it is. Queens, Manhattan. Like, my people's upstate, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, Binghamton, Albany, Catskills, all that. Everybody. Y'all already know how I give it up. I can't get into every single comment, but definitely wanna say that I appreciate everybody that's showing the love and letting me know, like, yo, bro, I think you're talking about this year or this year. You right. Y'all helping me make it numbers, because everything I'm saying is factual. The only thing that could be off will be a date. Feel me? Smoke a lot of weed, man. I'm 41 years old. Y'all feel me? Like, but everything else, like, there's a lot of details it's all accurate, but I may mess up with a date or a year. I may get that confused a little bit. But other than that, and then people that I appreciate people in the comments like addressing that and acknowledging, like, they knew certain individuals that I was talking about also, and saying like, yo, yeah, bro, I think that was this year because I was there and I was in the building. Salute to all of y'all. I mean, this is how we do. Real people do real things all the time. Fake niggas only do real shit when real ones is watching. I live by that. So let's go jump into it. Picking up where I left off. Basically, I was getting beat up. Got jumped out of a house party. I was stupid. I was ignorant. I was chasing some pussy. I ended up even disarming myself and giving the ratchet to somebody else. Those was my peoples, though. But giving it to them because I was so confident, like, shit can't happen. They don't want nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing. Mad tough. I was super thug. Super thug. And then I get jumped. Motherfuckers try to rob me, take my chain. I lost my chain that day, my bracelet. I had all type of fucking web marks on my neck because it was hard for them to get my shit. Back then, like, I ain't had, like, how we could get the double links and all that. We had those back then too, but I just had a regular little Figaro with a nice little nice little link. I mean, it took like 2-3 tugs. They got that shit, but it wrapped all around my neck. Black eyes, bust a lip. They did me dirty. This wasn't even gang related. It was just some regular, whoever it was that was in there that was trying to get at me. They took advantage of it. So now that happens, right? After that, life goes on. I took an L. I never went back to those. I wanted to, and I intended to, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna go back over there one day. That's when you mad. Your adrenaline is pumping all crazy. You want to, like, get revenge, because revenge is, like, always on your mind when you get done dirty and you feel like you didn't really get yours off, and you want to get that. Revenge is the sweetest joy next to getting pussy, baby, and that's a fact. So, peep game. I end up now, like, let's say, like, 2 years later, I want to say, something like that. I'm already on the island now again for, well, I was on the island for a bullshit ass burglary, a matter of fact. It was a burglary. I did it. It was a burglary that I did. I remember because the dude had guns and he had drugs in the crib, and we got put on, but we got caught. You know what I'm saying? We got caught on the way out, and we got booked. So, straight to the island. Adolescence, C74. So, that took place in 97, right? So that's the same year that I got jumped. Now, I ain't waste no time and copping out when I went to court. See, I wasn't one of them type of individuals that was like trying to like. I knew I did what I did. I knew I was in the wrong, and I knew I ain't had no money for no expensive lawyer. And I just literally knew that I did it. I was the type of dude, like, if I do it, I get caught, alright, what's the deal you got? As long as I ain't got to, tell on nobody, I'll take the deal. So, that's what happened. I copped out fast. I copped out quick. I'm like, I wasn't trying to waste no time with this shit laying up on the island. I knew I couldn't beat it. It was just impossible. They had me red-handed. I was in the fucking house when the police was telling us to open the door to get out. We know you in there. And my cold D, little dumbass nigga, opened the door, let him in, and we got booked. So, anyway, I cop out quick. First, maybe second court day. So I laid up on a month. I laid up like maybe, I want to say like only like 3 months. Nah, 3 to 4 months. And got sent up north. Went to Green. You know what I'm saying? Got sent to Green. And then while I was in Green, oh no, I'm lying. I'm fast forwarding a little bit too much. Alright, so now, in those 3 months that I'm on the island, I'm going to court for that case, for that burglary. So, when I go to court, we go to Bronx Supreme Court. They put me in the pens with me and one of the homies, my nigga City. Shout out to City. He's actually my co-D on this, on what I'm about to tell y'all about. Shout out to City. He from 183rd Crescent, money getting ass City. That was my twin. Even though he was blood and I was king, I rock with the nigga hard. So shout out to City. So I'm in the pens. And when, for those that's not familiar, that don't know, like when you go to court and they put us all in the pens, like if you're not about that life, you gonna be standing all day while maybe just 2 people are laying down in the bench, and you in a small ass cell. It's a show of strength that we try to show, let motherfuckers know, yeah, I could do that. So basically, when you get into a cell, even if there's motherfuckers already in that cell, you see people sitting down, you be like, yo, bro, get up. Yo, bro, move over. Yo, you get up. With lions, man. Lions are bullies too. Let's get it right. When you hit that switch, that's what you are. You're a fucking bully. We move on. We move on some shit where it's like, we gonna let y'all know this is us that's running this shit. Even if we're not in our house and we in the cell block, I'm running this shit in here. Whoever is the most alpha male in them cells and them pens is gonna be the one that's gonna have control in those pens. So it's always about being an alpha when it really comes down to it. Whatever cage that you in, it's gotta be an alpha in there. It's gonna control shit. So anyway, we in the pens. Got niggas doing the medication. Motherfuckers doing the Watusi and the Batman with one foot in the toilet. Medication, don't hurt me, don't hurt. Yeah, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yo, we used to do some degrading shit to people. I laugh about it now, but in all reality, that's some fucked up shit, man. To put another person through, to make them do that, just because, because if they want the smoke, they gonna get it. But then it's like a lot of them are scared. They don't want it. Just because people are locked up doesn't mean they all fucking gangsters and killers. They're just locked up. Petty crimes. I was in there for some bullshit ass burglary. But this was my second time on the island now. Remember, for those of y'all been following me, the first time I was on the island was in 9-6 when I was laid up for the robbery on the undercover cop. So now here I go. Here it comes 9-7. I'm back in this bitch again. Now this time for the burglary. Feel me? So A lot of motherfuckers that were still there 9-6 is there 9-7. Like the ones that's laying up and fighting them big cases, them armed robberies, the murders, the attempted murders, they still there. So, anyway, I come back, like I said, boy, I'm going to court now for this case. Because I'm copping out. So, the crazy shit is this. On the day that I'm going to court, that I'm supposed to cop out, I'm copping out to a 1 to free. Yes, a 1 to free. F-R-E-E. That's what we used to call that shit. Because it was a 1 to 3. That shit was like nothing. To like, I mean, it's something. It's sad the mentality that a prisoner gets, but because you start thinking, when did I say nothing? I could do that. That's time, bro. To the average Joe, that shit'll hurt. But anyway, I'm thinking like, yo, I could do this. I got this 1 to 3. I already got a couple of months in on the island. That means I only got to do a couple of months when I go outside, go to the board. I should be good. It's a non-violent crime. So, we in the pens, like I told you, we got control. I got one bench. My son City got the other bench. We got a bunch of fucking nobodies, basically. A bunch of bird niggas standing and laying on the floor, sitting on the toilet, doing whatever. We got motherfuckers doing all type of stupid shit. People start telling war stories. One motherfucker says stories. People start talking about their cases. There's one particular individual. He starts bringing up a scenario where there was this Spanish dude that that was in his building and was acting mad flamboyant, acting mad tough. This, now, third. He had some jewelry on. He was chasing one of our little hoe bitches from our hood. This little bitch, Nana. So I'm like, what Nana, bro? He's like, yo, some bitch called Nana. She from my. He starts telling me shit. So I'm listening to this man, right? And he's continuing to go on. So now he got my interest because certain shit that he's saying, I remember the name. I remember. Now I'm like asking him, where you from, bro? And he tells me the towers that he's from. I'm like, all right, so that's 1. That could be a coincidence. Then he tells me the bitch's name, 2. Then he talks about the party, 3. Then they start talking about how they jumping this nigga in the crib, 4. So I'm listening to him, and the more he's talking, the more I'm asking him questions, you know, but man, nicely. I'm not being aggressive. I'm not being. Actually, I'm acting like I'm intrigued. You know what I'm saying? I want to know more. I'm like, whoa, bro. I'm like, damn, son, so what the fuck? This dumbass nigga really? And I'm adding fuel to the flame to make him get more boisterous and to get more animated, articulate, and get into more details, you know? And sure enough, twins, I swear to God, the man is talking about me. He's in the same cell with me in Bronx Supreme Court, and he is telling me how he did me dirty, how him and his mans did me filthy, right? How they locked me up with that bitch, you know what I'm saying? And they was talking to the bitch all the time. I started finding out all the details through this motherfucker of exactly what happened and what happened. And it's basically like what I said. I was being flamboyant. Shorty was feeling me, but one of them niggas, she was a little hoe though. So niggas, and she was from that hood. So she was loyal to, she was, what's the word? She belonged to the streets. So, especially those streets. So niggas like, nah, you gonna do this. And that's what the bitch did. So she lined me up. And basically niggas was scheming on my jewelry. Like I told you, I was a little bit flashy. I was being extra, you know. And that's why I had all eyes on me. So he starts getting into all those details, talking about that. He gets from everything from when they was beating. He added shit to it though. He added sauce to it. Cause at one point he said, like, motherfuckers, I was like folded up on the floor and everybody was just kicking me and beating me and throwing stuff on me, and I'm like, I knew that was a lie, cause I ain't never hit the floor, twin. I would have hit the floor, I probably would have not made it out alive. I ain't never, that was like number one thing. I am not getting on that floor. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be on the knees. And he made it seem like, and then I was like dead for long. So you know how it is though. You know, dudes wanna do some shit, but he adding a little sauce to it. Little do he know that he talking about me. So people, little by little, start getting called out, going to their courts, going to their parts. Hey, Rodriguez, Green, Murphy, part 23, you know, everybody started going to court. Me and my son, City, we coincidentally end up getting called out at the same time. So, back then, to keep it contents also, City is an adult, and I'm adolescent. But when you go on, when you get to your part on your floor, back then, they changed it now, but back then, you will be able to maneuver to get into a cell with the adolescents, or an adolescent get in the cell with an adult. If y'all cool with each other, and the COs is the regulars, and there's always those same COs is there, and they know y'all because y'all always going to the same part, and be like, yo, put me in the cell with my boy, and they let y'all rock. So that's how me and City was in the cell together, because they had the adult pins, then you got the adolescent pins, and then I think you had like the adolescent PCs or whatever next to us or whatever the fuck. That cell you ain't getting in, like, because they got that shit on deadlock. You're not getting in that one. But all the other pins, if you cool, and I think it was probably maybe like another extra pin also where it's like a little mix. But anyway, so coincidentally, they called me and City out to go see the judge. We go to different parts, but they call us out at the same time. So as we coming out, we getting cuffed. I put City on point. I'm like, yo, City. I'm like, yo, you know the story this nigga was just talking about? That nigga was talking about me, twin. That nigga was talking about me. That was me that they did dirty, my nigga. He added a lot of little sauce to the shit, but that nigga's literally in there talking about me, bro. So City's like, yo, what, nigga? Fuck, so what's up? You already know. I'm like, yeah, you already. When we come back. I mean, if you get there before me, don't do nothing. If I get there before you, ain't gonna do nothing. But, yeah, say less. You know what I'm saying? Say less. So, I go, and I cop out. I go see the judge, right? I forget what part I was in, all that shit. I go see the judge. I cop out to the crown, right? My co-D already done been copped out. That little nigga already copped out way before me. So I cop out. I implicate myself. I say, yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. Yes, I'll take the time. Yes, I'll take the time. So I cop out and I into the 1 to 3. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm leaving, I mean, I'm lying. I ain't cop out. Only I got sentenced. I got sentenced to the 1 to 3. I got sentenced. So I get sentenced to the 1 to 3. You know, before I get sentenced, I got to say everything that I did. So I say everything that I did. I'm like, yeah, I did this, I did that, I did that. Boom, I get sentenced to the 1 to 3. So this is my last court date, like, to go to court. After that, I'm going up north. So I end up going back to the pens. City was already in the pens when I got back. And it was just City, me, the dude, his name was Los, and some other motherfucker. I don't know who it was. Some from nigga. I don't know who it was. So when I get back to the motherfucking cell, you know what I'm saying? City already got a little something rolled up for us to puff. So we burning it down, smoking. And while we burning it down, smoking, I'm talking to the I start talking to the dude. So I'm like, yo, bro, yo, that story was crazy. You was talking about, yo, what was that dude's name? You remember that nigga's name? He's like, I don't know, I think it was like Chino or some shit like that. So he was like, yeah, I remember he had this hat with the name stitched in on the side. Motherfuckers was wearing that shit, talking mad shit, like. So I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, that bitch Nana. She's a redhead? He was like, yeah. I'm like, yo, she got freckles with the fat ass. He was like, yeah, I'm like, yo, she got the little tramp stamp. He's like, yo, yeah, you know Nana. I'm like, yeah, I know Nana, bro. Because I'm the nigga that she locked up that day in that party you talking about. So mind you, we're in the pens. I'm saying? City quiet. I'm the only one talking. He talking and the other dude is dead. Shit just got mad quiet. He's like, yo, what you talking about? The fuck out of here. Stop playing. I'm like, yo, bro, it's Chulo, right? That was the name on the side of the hat? Chulo? Chulo? Wasn't that it? It wasn't Chino, nigga. It was Chulo, right? That's me. That's my motherfucking name. So, by this time, I already had my ratchet out. You know what I'm saying? That shit been out. After I was... Because when I went to go see the... to go get sentenced, I already was like, yo, I gotta use the bathroom. In every case, is a bathroom. I already had my shit out. It was loose, ready. I was on cop. So, when I was in the cell, so was City. City was already on cop. So, son start fucking getting nervous now. Stuttering like a motherfucker. Like, yo, what you talk? You stop playing. And I pulled a hammer out. I'm like, yo, my nigga, this is gonna be the worst day of your life. And I start hitting the nigga. The nigga City jumped in, kicked the shit out the motherfucker in the face. Head hitting the cell. I'm hitting him. City hitting him. The other dude, the fucking other nigga that was in the cell with us, start screaming like a fucking, like somebody's doing something to him. It's like, CO. He's screaming more CO than this nigga screaming CO, because someone's screaming CO too. Know what I'm saying? Now, they only had cameras pointing inside the cells, which was enough for them to get me, because that's what they fucking needed. But they basically got video. This is all public record. You can literally get it. Public record. And I used to have the stills when I was fighting the case. The stills is basically pictures. And they're basically photographs, like half a second apart of stills of what happens and what takes place. It looks crazy. But anyway, so I'm hitting son. He jumping on top of motherfucking on top of the stools. He trying to fight back as best as he can. He trying to kick. We trying to get at him, because it's not like we got no picks on us. You know what I'm saying? We scalpels, gem stars, a rug, or whatever we got. So I believe I had a gem. I ain't had no scalpel. I had a gem. So, and I already done hit him. I already hit him on the head. Done hit him on the chin. Hit him in his arm already. My son City hit him a couple of times. So he's screaming crazy, and his blood starting to trickle all over the place. The other dude is in the fucking pen screaming like a fucking dumbass, bouncing back and forth like trying to run away from us. Because every time this nigga goes somewhere, he's running away the opposite direction. My boy City got so mad, he shot that nigga. He said, say the fuck still. Yo, he shot. Yo, I know it's not funny, twins. I know it's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing, but that's how crazy it was that he was getting in the way, bro. Like, yo, get the fuck out the way. And he's screaming, see, we ain't even doing nothing to him. He was a foreigner, I believe, too. I think he was a foreigner. I don't know what the fuck he was. But anyway, the nigga City ends up cutting his. And I can talk about this shit because it's all public record. Like, we all got charged and copped out to this shit. So it doesn't matter. Like, ain't nobody telling on nobody. And he's like, yo, how you telling on your bro? And I ain't telling on my bro. Me and my bro did what we did. Did niggas dirty. He caught the extra charge because he shot that nigga. I ain't touched that other nigga. But we put that work in. And that was just what it is. So anyway, now the COs is trying to get in the cell. The COs is, because you got other people's in the cell. Like, yo, everybody's talking crazy now because now they know something is getting lit in there. And son is leaking everywhere, bro. He's leaking everywhere. The COs are trying to pop the pin, right? So while they pop the pin, they got to pop the pin for their shit, right? And then one of the COs got to come, and then one of the COs still got to stay there to do it manually. So he got to hit it too. And when he hits this shit, our shit opens, and, then they'll come in. But the problem is that the nigga City, every time they popped it, he would close it on a bomb. So it would lock, and they would have to repop it again. And it would have to, and then, these are old cells. Old shit. So it's like sometimes they get jammed. And because of that, we took advantage of it. And we did something dirty. He got over 200 and something stitches in his face, head, arms, neck, fucking everywhere. He got done dirty. And when City got off of the gate, he would be putting in work. I would run to the gate. And when they pop it, I would close it again. I'd be fighting. Got my foot on the motherfucking shit, holding it. These motherfuckers is hitting my fingers with the motherfucking sticks. And I'm telling City, I'm like, yo, bro, I can't hold it. They gonna get in. And both me and City at one point was like, just kept pulling the cell closed. And they'll keep popping it. They done hit the pin now by this time. So it's not just 1 or 2 COs now. It's the whole goon squad is on my floor. It's like a red, that's it, the red dot. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's blood all over the place. Nigga getting cut the fuck up. And we over here locking the pins. Keep on locking the pins every time they lock it. Because somebody, every time that shit lock, they got to re-pop it all over again. So it's like a fight. It's a tug of war. Boy, when they got up in that cell, that was the worst ass whooping I ever had in my life. That shit never made me want to do anything bad to somebody else. Yo, when I'm talking about, yo, we did old boy Bird dirty, right? But they did me and City dirty too. You know, we had to hold it down, obviously, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I could have got done even more dirtier. But because it was in the courthouse and not in the island, we kind of like, it was more cameras there at that point. It was cameras, so they couldn't really do, but they was mad as, cause we did that boy filthy, like filthy. He was screaming all over the place, like his face is all ripped the fuck open, his arms is bleeding. He was just looking crazy. We got blood on ourselves, and the crazy thing is that the moral of the story is, it's a small world, ain't it? And what I learned from that man is that it's not cool to always just talk about shit when you in jail or you in the pens with somebody and start saying stories just because you're looking for cool points or people just to be entertained by you. Because you don't know who the fuck you in there with. Feel me? He was literally in there telling a story about how he did me dirty a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago, I was saying. Now here I am in the cell with the same motherfucker. Didn't even realize it was him, because keep in mind, this happened a year and a half ago, and it was the whole house that jumped me. But he in here telling details, specifics, just clarifying and verifying everything that I know that I went through. And I'm like, this nigga's really him. I gotta get this nigga. And at that time, I was banging hard. At war with the Bloods in my fucking first jail case. My blood, the homie is my motherfucking Code E. Real nigga shit. That's because we was from the same hood. And I didn't even know him from the block. I didn't know him from the block because he older than me. But I knew he was from my hood. He was from 183rd and Creston. I'm from 183rd and Raleigh at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, off the muscle, it is what it is. We just like, fuck that. Boy, we gonna put that shit to the side and rocked out. And that's how it was, because I was cool with City though on the island. Like, me and him already bumped heads before, because we used to always go to court together. So every time we used to go to court, me and City used to go to court together. I had Bud, he got Bud. It just coincidentally this day that we go to court again, this shit happened. And that's basically the end of that story right there, twins. It is a small world, whether you in the outside world or you in the cages in Rikers Island or the cages of Bronx Supreme Court. Shit that you do, shit that you say will come back and bite you in your ass and hurt you, destroy you, fold you, break you. If you're not fucking smart, keep your fucking mouth quiet. Keep your mouth quiet. God forbid any of y'all ever get incarcerated or y'all know anybody. Don't talk about shit that y'all did, man. Unless y'all know who the fuck y'all talking to and where the fuck they from first. Feel me? Because shit like this happens all the time. Motherfuckers start trying to get cool, talking about shit that they did, not knowing that they talking about shit that they did to somebody else's peoples. Feel me? Y'all already know what it is, twins. I hope y'all feel this one. Definitely got some smoke for y'all on the next one. I'm gonna be posting every day. Back on my grind. We gonna get it popping. Lions and men. Holla at your twin. Y'all already know what it is. Salute.